Previously in parts 1, 2 and 3 of Boys Bush Boot Camp, Seadog, Mushroom and his dog Hunter had to get to the top of the cliff to get the rucksack that the things inside it they needed to build a hut using with what was around them. After making a good shelter to stand for the next 3 days, the boys learned how to make a fire so they'd have something to cook their food on. Now if they don't get a kill, they don't eat. Went out with the help of Clay, got their first rabbit. That night went to bed with a little bit of food in their belly to get ready for another day.
Good tucker, eh?
Day 2, the boys went out to catch their breakfast in the punt, caught a couple of school sharks, tasted a bit like fish and chips just without the chips. Ate that, not really a good lunch but enough to keep them going. Then in the bush to catch a pig, no joy, back home with an empty stomach to eat a little bit of flour and egg and water. A big fat possum was hanging around the camp, so with day 3, the final day, let's see what they can do with that. Join us in this final part 4 of Boys Bush Boot Camp. Right, the boys have eaten, so we're going to see if we can catch a possum. There's a couple around the campsite, so see if we can knock one over the 22. Seadog and I have left Mushroom back at camp because Hunter's making too much noise. There's a possum somewhere up one of these big pine trees here. There was a possum. There's a possum right up the top there. It's going to be too far for you to take a shot, mate. I want to take that shot. I'm not going to be able to film, then I'll put the camera down. Right, we've got our first possum fella. You know, he's as dead as a doornail. Take her back to camp, skin her, keep the back legs for your tucker tomorrow. Okay, and the rest you can make for dog tucker. Okay?
Yeah.
Best to skin it tonight. Can you handle that job alright?
I've never skinned a possum.
Ah, you and Mushroom can work it out together, yeah?
Yep.
I didn't give you the shot because you were never going to get it. It was just a really tiny window opportunity.
Yeah, but it was quite up there.
Yeah. Good going.
Alright.
See you in the morning, son.
Yeah.
Good night.
What made all that?
It's the end of a long day. Seadog's taking that possum back to camp for him and Mushroom to try and skin. It'll be interesting to see how they get on because I haven't taught them how to skin an animal yet. That'll be in our advanced boot camp 4. But I want them to have a crack at it first just so they can appreciate it. They've got sharp knives, so maybe they impress me. We'll see how that looks in the morning. Anyway, I'm buggered. It's been a long day, heading back to the farmhouse to get some sleep. And we'll see you in the morning for possum stew. Arrived at camp this morning and I'm not exactly happy with them, so I've given them a good bloody rev up. Fire wasn't going. I have brought down some ingredients to cook in the camp oven and a bonus couple of eggs, but right now they're getting a boot up the arse because the fire was supposed to be going 2 hours ago. Was the fire going all night, did you say, boys?
Yeah.
And you just let it go out just the last hour?
I think it will be out about 5.
Out about 5? Okay, let's have a feel of that fire then. Bullshit!
It was going all night.
No, it wasn't, mate. I just stuck my hand in the ashes. That fire has probably stopped about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning.
I chucked like a whole pine cone thing on it. And like, this branch with whole lot of pine cones on it.
Sounds like a great big pile of tall stories to me, fella. I know how long a fire's been burning by feeling the ashes, and that's stone cold. Right, get your fire going and I'll skin this possum for you since you haven't done it. Plenty of meat in that for you boys. So I'm just racking the boys up again because they lost their flint for making fire. I left them 2, one which I found in the dirt, so I took that one away, and I left them a second one which was actually gifted to us by Gerard, and I've just found that one in the dirt too. So they've failed this part of the camp. It's well into an hour into the morning and still haven't got their fire going. They've got a bit of firewood. I have skinned their possum for them. I gave this guy instructions on how to skin it, but obviously I should have probably been teaching him myself, showing him. showing where the cuts when that wasn't enough. What was the reason you couldn't do it after I showed you? Was your knife not sharp enough?
I thought I was going to end up cutting meat off.
Okay, well that's fair enough. You did cut meat off. You butchered the whole back leg. You couldn't get your knife between this membrane of the skin. You kept on going to the meat. That's just an experience thing, and that's my fault. I should have actually physically showed you how to skin the possum. I just assumed because when I was a boy I taught myself that you'd be okay, but I probably stuffed up my first one too. So looking back I did actually quite a good job. I was probably lucky because I'd grown up seeing my dad skin animals, and but you haven't seen it, so there's a lesson for me there in teaching you guys. Rightio, so we still need a lot more firewood than that. Got the camp oven. I'm going to whip the meat off this and we're going to make it into a feed. You'll need to go and get some tinder because this is the only way you're going to get fire going this morning, okay?
Yeah.
You know what tinder you're looking for?
The stuff off the flex bushes.
Yep, off the top of the toy. So you have to go down the bank. That in itself is going to be hard yakka because you're going to steep to go down there and find it. But I want you to do it, and I want you to keep on finding firewood. Mushroom, okay?
Okay.
Before you do this, Mushroom, what was it that made you fail last time when you did it?
What was it?
Think about last time when you did this. What did you do that made it not work?
Didn't put fine stuff on it.
Yeah. So have you got fine stuff to put on your fire this time?
Yeah.
Righto. Kick in the guts. Take a good chunk of, there we go. Not be too wet that tinder, eh? Get a good spark on it. Nearly. Okay, so keep on doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So what's going wrong there? It's not taking, so what you need to do is aerate your tinder. So lift it up so it's all aerated. So puff it all up. Don't crunch it up, open it up so it's aerated. Pull it apart so it's all aerated so you can get it amongst it.
Just sit off beside your knee as well.
Boy. That's better. That's the stuff. That stuff there. That's what I wanted. Good boy, Mushroom. That's the right stuff you've given me there. Take it on the side, mate. Not so close to the fire that it actually catches fire, so just move those bits away, they're close to fire down there.
That'll do, Hunter.
This morning I have got a couple of fresh eggs in there for your dinner. I found this. Is that someone's hat?
Yep.
And on the ground. And we have the camp oven. I keep one of these camp ovens around all my bush huts, so I've got 4 of these. This is the one I keep at home, but I've brought it down for you guys today. They are just invaluable. You can make bread in them, you can cook in them, you can use that as a fry pan to cook on. And I bought some ingredients. We've got some butter, some salt, fresh stew. We've got some carrots and some kumara, some snow peas and some shallots. So I want you to chop up the carrot. Okay, don't drop it in the dirt. Make it nice thin bits.
What knife should I use?
Use your knife you got there, it'll be fine. And then you can do the kumara and the shallots. And you don't have to cut the snow peas up because they're good to go. Make sure it doesn't roll. No, fine, thin ones. Have you ever cut carrots up before?
No.
You've never cut carrots up. Okay, stop and I'll give you a lesson on how to cut carrots. In the meantime, we'll get this heated up a bit. Here you go, boy.
The possum looks good.
Yeah, it'll taste good too, fella. We get our water. One big fork and stop. That's good. Get some carrots, some snow peas. Try and get them all inside the pot, yeah?
Yeah.
Shallots. Kumara and shallots. With our camp oven set up here, we had this piece of wood or 2 pieces of wood going across. And it's sitting on, as you can see, eventually they burn through. And this is what always happens, of course. And then your pot tips over and all your water falls out. So to get things started, we put it on those, but we also had this piece of string, that'll do, hanging up here, and a hook holding it on, so when they did break, it's still in the same position and still cooking. And the fire can't get anywhere around that. Normally I'd triangulate 3 pieces of wood for that, but because our hut's got an extension at the top here, we just hang it off that bit of cordage, and it's cooking. I can tell you it smells really bloody good. The boys are just getting some more wood. They're learning about just how much firewood you need to make a meal and keep yourself warm at camp. We've got an old man pine growing around here. Pine trees aren't native to New Zealand, and when they grow in the wild they need to be got rid of most of the time, but they also provide a really good timber for burning. Pine cones burn really well in the fire. Cup your fingers to either side of your face as you do that, so no air escapes. That's the way. It's a stew, so you need a spoon to carve yourself, not a fork. You need to spoon it up. Your knife a bit blunt, is it?
Yeah.
Use mine, yeah. Try that. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
I can hear your stomach rumbling. Your stomach's making noises. It's pretty empty right now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna add some kawa leaves to this now just before we serve it up. These will break down, it'll be quite soft. They'll give it a peppery taste. So we didn't put any pepper in this. Well, our possum stew is nearly ready. So we'll take that off. That'll keep on cooking in the cast iron camp oven for a while in the own heat. We'll just go there. So it's springtime here in New Zealand now, or almost springtime, just the beginning, and the chickens are starting to lay again. How many eggs was there yesterday when you harvested the eggs, Mushroom?
2.
Was there 2 in the laying box?
Yep.
So that's actually the first 2 we've had. It's just getting hot already. We cook an egg on that. Bit of butter. When I go fishing I always take butter with me for cooking, and in the bush it's good too. Just enough for our first egg. So you can have a fried egg with your possum stew.
Tastes good.
Oh, that could have been a bit hotter. At least it won't burn. Is it going to stay on there? Just. It's looking alright, eh?
Yeah.
So do you like your egg done both sides?
I normally have it runny, but
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't mind actually.
Well, if you have it runny it'll just run into your stew.
Yeah.
But you
Cooks
can if you
both
want.
sides.
Yeah, you can have it runny if you want. I can take it out now and stick it in your thing. Both sides will mean it just doesn't fall apart, that's all.
Yeah, I'll have it both sides.
I'll probably just have mine runny.
That's your plate.
Yep.
Chicky's plate out. It's a bit grubby. It's what we bought our flour, and
It's alright.
we're not flash around here, are we?
No.
So I'll give us some stew.
To be fair, I ain't flash anyway.
First meal in 3 days, like full meal.
Proper meal.
Yep. Creamer got a bit burnt in the bottom, sorry fella.
That's alright.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Egg on top of that. Check out his grub. Possum, kumara, shallots, kawa leaves. What else is in there?
Onion.
Onion. Well, no, that's what shallots are.
Oh.
Same thing. Carrots. Did I say carrots?
Beans.
Sure.
Yeah, and snow peas, and of course a egg from the farm. Wrap your laughing gear on that. Right, we'll do another egg for you, fella.
An egg for an egg.
Don't put yourself down. I carry them in this so I can carry them around the hill without breaking them coming down to the camp. That's why they've got hay all around them. So hopefully it's still intact and not smashed inside here. Oh, that was lucky.
It's almost smashed on the outside.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, that's really good.
Really good, eh? First time you've eaten possum?
Yep.
Good chewing, eh, boy?
Not even that chewy.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, is it going to stay on there? You lost it. You enjoying that, Tucker? Do you not eat with your spoon, eat with your knife?
No, it's just, I think it's easier.
Okay, you don't cut yourself.
No, I'm not.
Now at home, Seadog doesn't eat his mum's cooking all the time, quite regularly. Do you reckon he's going to eat this, folks? What do you reckon the answer is?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Because part of the reason this camp was to get him to appreciate the work that goes into getting food and cooking it for his mother. So he's got some appreciation of being out here. All the smoke getting in his eyes, lighting the fire, me screaming at him, get your ass up the hill and get that wood. Finally he's going to eat a meal, his first meal after 3 days. He's had a little bit of fish, a little bit of rabbit, but not a whole meal, so this will be a real filling one for you. It's possum stew with egg and some cold bits of pancake left over from last night. Nice one.
Thanks, Clay.
Thanks.
Well, you're welcome. Geez, you're making short work of that there, Mushroom. Bloody hell. I see you be jumping on top of Seadog and fighting him for his soon the way you're going. Might be a scrap of the bush. Do you like the pancake with it?
Yeah. You're on my side, Hunter?
Yeah, back up. You enjoy food more, when you've worked for it?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we've been working on with Seadog at this camp is to stop him from telling tall stories. He's got a really bad habit of lying. We all tell lies, white lies, to stop other people from getting hurt, or in some cases to better ourselves or make ourselves look bigger. And I think that Seadog, what do you think's the reason you tell porcupines all the time, mate?
I don't know, just so people don't judge me.
So people don't judge him. He's always trying to make himself bigger, like he'll tell me he shot a deer when I know he hasn't, or I've shot a rabbit when he hasn't, and trying to build himself up. And I've done it myself. We've all done it to some degree. And it's not good because people lose faith in you and they lose trust in you. And the truth is always the best way to go, unless you're going to hurt somebody. So I suspect that he's been doing this a good part of his life. Is that fair to say? Yep. Owner, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yep. He's been telling stories. You probably lied to your teachers at school, to your mum, to me. We know you've lied to me. And your mates, to build yourself up, eh? So through this camp over the last 3 days, we've been having quiet talks about this around the campfire and on the hill and out in the boat. And I'm interested to know what Seadog's going to do to change it, because I believe he wants to change. I believe he wants to be a better man. Do you want to be a better man?
Yeah.
Sure you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so what are you going to do? What's going to change? Big loud voice, because I'm deaf as a post, sorry.
Don't care what people think of you, think of me.
You're not going to worry what they think of you?
And judge me, yeah.
And don't worry about the judge. That's absolutely right, because what people think about you is none of your business anyway. That's their business. What I think about you is that's not your business, that's my business, how I picture you. So what other people think about you is not your business anyway. Do you understand that? Well, that's a real good one, bro. Put it there. That's a big step. No, give me a handshake. There you go. So that's what you've come away with this camp. What else have you come away with?
Eating.
Eating.
Like not eating and like appreciating food.
Appreciating your food more. So I'm going to be checking on your mum to make sure you're eating the meal she's cooking you, and I will be checking, okay? And it won't be all burnt possum like that, eh? It'll be good tucker she's cooking. Be careful of that fella, it's not very strong. Okay, there's another thing too, is you've been suspended from school a second time in the last fortnight. Twice you've been suspended, and your school's likely to kick you out, because if I was a headmaster I'd kick you out, because I wouldn't want a little troublemaker at school, because you disrupt it for all the other kids. What are you going to do when you go back to school?
Behave, like stop, do what teacher's saying, stay in class.
Talking like you're not really going to do it, and just saying, it sounds like you're saying the words that I want to hear, but what are you really going to do? Think about that, honestly.
Go to class and do as I was told.
Do as you're told. Yeah. I don't know about always doing as you're told. You've got to use your own mind and think about stuff. You're an intelligent kid, eh? What you first of all got to do is you've got to take responsibility for the shit you've caused so far. So if you haven't already done it, I want you to write a letter of apology to causing disruption to your school. Have you done that already, have you?
I've owned up to the beehive and stuff.
The beehive incident? The last incident you got suspended for wasn't the beehive incident, it was for what? Truth?
Not going to class.
Not going to class? What else? Truth? What else? Truth?
That's pretty much.
You had to have done something else, not just not going to class. What else? This is a chance to be honest.
Oh yeah, playing with aerosol, what do you call it? Spray cans.
Okay, now the truth is coming out. See, it's not so bad. Shake hands, well done. You're holding that one back. Okay, so you're playing with aerosol cans. What'd you do?
Like, make a flamethrower of them.
Right.
It's fun to do, actually.
I've asked you that 3 times of this camp, and you said, oh, I just didn't go to school. And I said, you wouldn't get suspended for that. And you kept on saying, no, that's all I did. So you've just already told the truth now, see? I want you to keep on doing that. Everybody does dumb stuff when they're a kid. Man, I did dumb stuff. Did you do dumb stuff?
I've done the exact same.
Me too. So where did you do that, inside or outside?
Outside.
Outside?
And there was one time we did it in the toilet.
Okay, so you did it in the toilets, that's inside, so you could have set the school on fire. You can understand why they don't want them at school, eh? Okay. So, have you apologised for that in writing?
No.
Okay. Well, I want you to make a full letter and I want to see it before it goes to your headmaster and to your teacher for all the disruption you cause. I want to see that. And that goes to your school. That's about you. Look at me, fella. It's about you taking responsibility for being stupid, okay? I know you didn't intend to be stupid. I know you weren't thinking when you did it. I know it was just fun. But it caused people a lot of stress and problems. So you need to take responsibility for that. That's part of being a man, is being responsible for the things you do wrong, eh?
Yeah.
Really important. If you don't take responsibility for that, then I can't take you on the third camp, which is, you know, the direction we're going is to do 6 camps. You've done 2 so far, and I think you've got through this one okay, but I think you do a lot better. Okay, that's your bit out of the way. What have you learnt this weekend, if anything, fella? Tell me what's the weekend been for you, Mushroom?
How to light a fire properly.
Okay, that's an important one. That can save your life.
Yeah.
There's another lesson you learnt, pal. Cost you a damn good fish. What was that?
Don't bring my dog. Well, don't train my dog properly before I bring him anywhere.
Well, that's another lesson, but what about the fishing lesson you learnt?
Oh, don't let slack on your line.
Don't let the slack line. Yeah. Tight lines, fella. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's good stuff. Do you want to head out for a fish this afternoon, or do you want to get home? What do you want to do?
I'll probably get home for work.
Yeah, same.
Okay, you guys get home. That's cool. All right, so we'll get your mum to pick them up.
We could go fishing out one weekend because I got brand new fishing stuff, a brand new fishing rod.
Okay, mate, we can make that happen, but I've got to see how you go with your development. You know, whether we're going to keep working with you or we're going to say that you're a no-hoper. Yeah. It's up to you. That's your decision. All right, well, I really enjoyed the camp. It was bloody good fun, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it was awesome. 3 days of going hard and you've ended up with a meal in your belly.
Yep.
Cool.
Good meal as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's our clip, folks. Good luck with your own kids and raising them, or other kids getting out in the bush and harvesting your tucker. And be good. And if you cannot be good, what?
Be careful.
You better be. See you later. Good one. Right, let's break camp. That would be funny, I feel over there.